Travel around the world in one day with irreplaceable, irresistible, unmistakable, remarkable, best of the best creators, not one, not two, 23 hosts in one place.
We're starting this trip around the world in the state of Florida. Some things you'll find in Florida are manatees, also known as sea cows, beautiful pink flamingos, the Everglades, alligators. Alligators are all over the state. One of the native tribes to Florida are the Seminole tribe. Today, I am attempting a reproduction of a traditional Seminole doll that is usually made with husk from a palmetto, rickrack, and lots of vibrant designs. They have a flared top and bottom to them. I'm starting the doll out with a knee-high stocking and some polyfill that I will fill the entire stocking with to assemble a head and body for the doll. Once filled, I made a knot and pulled the excess back over the top. I repeated this twice and then finally glued the bottom closed. Then I moved on to attaching the lace doilies. My first piece is a scrap piece, so I just folded it in half and attached it with hot glue. The second piece I cut in half, but I didn't attach it right away. I wanted to glue my ribbon onto it. The original dolls have lots of rickrack and designs on them. I don't have any rickrack, but I do have this ribbon from DollarTree that's kind of similar. So I wanted to attach that along with some other ribbons before I glued it onto the doll. There's a giveaway associated with this playlist. You must comment the word world on every video. The giveaway ends on August 6th, and all the prizes that I showed in the beginning of my video are up for grabs, so good luck to you. So I continued adding ribbons so I would have different stripes and different levels, just like the original dolls. With the skirt complete, I wanted to add a bit of the burlap ribbon to the blouse. And now it's time to attach the skirt. So I had done a dry fit of it, and then I just put a bit of hot glue and started to wrap the fabric around the doll body. Then I took a bit of black yarn and wrapped it around my hand several times so that I could make hair for the doll. I applied hot glue directly onto the stocking fabric, and then with my finger inside, I laid the yarn on top and pressed it until it was firmly attached. Then I added hot glue inside where my finger had been so that the yarn that was directly on top that would be visible to the eye could be glued down to the first layer of yarn. And she needs a necklace. All the photos I saw of the Seminole dolls, they had beautiful beaded necklaces. So this is an old bracelet that I had, and I'm just adding a bit of hot glue so that it will not come off. And now it's time to give her some facial features. I'm using red puff paint for the lips and white for the eyes. This looks exactly like all of the photos that I've seen where they have red lips either stitched or painted on. So I want it to look as authentic as I can. And here is my completed lace doily Seminole doll. I love her. She's so pretty. But now it's time to hop a flight from Florida and head over to the continent of Africa, the country of Mali in Western Africa. Mali is known for their beautiful textiles called mudcloth or bogalafina. It's very popular with a bohemian type decor style. These come in a very large variety of prints. Today, I'm going to choose several to apply to a cotton canvas bag that I found at DollarTree, and I'm going to use black matte apple barrel paint to cover the enjoy the little things area of the bag. Before I started painting, I inserted a piece of cardboard so the paint would not soak all the way through. These are the 3 symbols that I'm going to use on my bag: family and community, wealth and luxury, and good fortune. With the black paint thoroughly dry, I used a white puffy paint to apply my symbols to the bag. Three lines. The spindle design is very old and traditional. And then the flower of the calabash, I'm going to add those here. And while the puff paint was drying, I took a bit of air dry clay, formed it into a circle and flattened it, and used an embroidery tool to engrave some of the same symbols that I put onto the tote bag. And once I finished adding my symbols, I put it in the oven at 275 for 15 minutes so that it can harden. I did put a hole in the top before I put it in the oven, and now it's fully dry and ready to be painted, and I'm using jet black apple barrel again, just like I did on the tote bag. And metallic white marker I found at DollarTree to accentuate the engraving marks. And then I just simply pulled some twine through and made a knot so that the pendant could not come off. This is completely dry, and I found a few cowrie shells. Sometimes when I get my hair braided, I add these. So I'm going to have each strap with a shell sewn at the base. I think that'll be a really cute little finishing touch. And I'm going to use some black 3D paint just to go around the edge to make it look a little neater. And here are both of my reproduction mud cloth prints together. I think they turned out great. Let me know, what do you think? Well, it's time to hop a flight and leave Mali and head over to Spain. One of the things that Spain is known for are their beautiful tiles, ceramic and porcelain tiles in gorgeous prints and vibrant colors, wall tiles, floor tiles, tiled fountains, tiled roofs. I mean, they tile just about everything in Spain. I found these two beautiful tiles at my local Lowe's, and I decided to use one as a planter and one as a decor box. They have really gorgeous patterns and prints on them. They have a nice thickness. They're both a 6 by 6 inch size, so they're perfect for what I'm wanting to use them for. So for the blue and gray tiles, I'm taking my clear grip Gorilla Glue and applying it so that I can start to build out my decor box, and I'm applying the glue to the underside so when I stand it up, I can put 2 other pieces of tile directly in front of it so they can set up and cure. And I'm using just a few jars to help hold the sides up so they don't slip out of place. And once they had set, I grabbed a 4th piece, applied more Gorilla Glue, and applied it to the front facing portion of the box. And then into the jointed areas that I had joined, I applied extra Gorilla Glue just to make sure that I had a really good hold. Then it was time to apply the bottom. So I'm applying more Gorilla Glue and then placing my final tile on top. And then I found the felt pad covers at DollarTree, and I apply those so that when I flip this right side up, it won't scuff my table. And for the top, I'm using giant craft sticks that I found at Walmart, and I'm just placing them on top to see about how many I'm going to need. And then I mark off where I need to cut and use that first one as a template to make the rest of my cuts. And with them all cut, I use Gorilla Wood Glue and small craft sticks to attach them all together. Please enjoy the entire playlist with these wonderful creators, and don't forget to enter the word world on everybody's video to be entered for the huge prize giveaway. August 6th at midnight is the deadline, and all entries have to be from the United States. I attached one of the Mind Teaser blocks as the knob, and off camera I did sand down the edges. And here is my finished decor box. I absolutely love the way the colors of the tile look with the natural wood. And this is my other tile that I chose to make a planter with. I love that too. The designs on these porcelain tiles are gorgeous. And here's a look back at my trip to Mali with my beautiful mud cloth prints. I will totally be using this tote bag and wearing this pendant. I am so happy with the way all of my projects look. I really love these. And of course, I love my beautiful Seminole Doll. It's been so much fun hopping these flights and traveling all over the world. Maybe I'll stay in Spain, or maybe I'll go to Greece or Fiji. It's hurricane season at home. I don't want to go back to Florida. Enjoy the playlist. Such talented people in this playlist.